And we're back, folks. Here we are. We are doing another Wendy's Frosty review. It's your boy, Devin, Silva Dollar, Dev Dollar, DJM, D Money. I go by different aliases. I do a lot of things, but I will always make time for a Frosty and a review. So after some initial technical issues with the first video that I did yesterday, after some requests, I'm doing sort of like a post taste of a Frosty review, I guess we'll call it. But before we continue with this video, I would like to thank my sponsors. And the first sponsor I'd like to thank is Prize Picks. It is a sports betting app that lets you bet live on any international games in any sport, whether it's in the US, Canada, Mexico, Afghanistan, China, Norway, Iceland if they do sports. You name it, you can gamble on it. You go on the app, you can bet whatever you want with the odds, win some money, and you can even use my personal promo code DEV1414 down below in the link here. And once you sign up using my promo code, you get instant $200 off first bet. Good luck. My second sponsor is Wendy's, unofficially. Great fast food chain, keeping it real, trying to fight inflation like the rest of us are. So that'll be a key point, but I'm not going to spoil it. Anyways, today we're going to be reviewing the Wendy's Girl Scout Thin Mint Frosty flavor. Folks, this was crazy when I saw this come out on social media. I couldn't believe it. I thought this was a joke. I was like, there's no way. This has got to be some sort of trolling post. But no, Wendy's came out with a banger. I mean, absolute banger. Who thought that you could give the Girl Scout cookies a run for their money and do a Frosty? Wendy's killing it with these flavor combos. I mean, just killing it. So I did the liberty of going out yesterday, trying a Frosty, and here is, again, my initial post breakdown of having a chance to try it. If I had the Frosty so I could show you the initial tasting and usually how I break down the video, I don't, but again, this is gonna be good. So, I am a solo guy doing this, so let's give me like 5 seconds here to fix so I have the examples to show you. Hold on. Hold on, folks. Thank you for your continued patience. All right, so I know it's going to be a little tough to see here, so I'm going to try and go slow. And if you can see the examples, great. Notes, everything, that's awesome. But I will do a close-up after the fact so you can kind of see what we're working with here. So I based this off of a few examples. So I had the initial roll up to the drive-thru to purchase it. Price was a huge determiner. I gave it a 9 out of 10. It was excellent. It was $4 for a medium, which is pretty good considering the size of it and everything. So I gave it a 9 out of 10 out of that. $4, I can part ways with that. That doesn't make me think twice about the product that I'm trying. And yeah, we're just gonna go with a 9 out of 10 on the price. Presentation was very good. It looked just like how they presented it in the marketing on social media, TV, YouTube ads, you name it, they nailed it. So I gave them an 8 out of 10. You know, I don't really know how else they could have made it a little bit better on the presentation. Maybe if when we get to one of the improvements, which would, you know, I'm going to explain later, I would combine one of the improvements to make the presentation a little bit great, or a little bit better, I should say, bring it up to like a 9 out of 10. The first taste was initially okay. It wasn't anything that wowed me like the pumpkin flavor, and it wasn't really anything that was like, this needs to stay. Like, this needs to not go away. This is one of the best flavors ever. It was okay. But to be fair, my first taste, I did not take enough of the chocolate sauce that the wonderful, wonderful customer service food workers do when they construct the Wendy's Frosty, goodness. So my second taste was more of chocolate sauce at like a 50-50 ratio with the Frosty, which brought that second taste up to a great. I initially scored the first taste, sorry, it's late at night. First taste as an okay with a 6 out of 10 again. Good, but not great. It was okay. Second taste was a great at 8 out of 10. So I would say for the whole thing on average, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. Now I know, you would think something like this should score a little higher, or maybe if you're already tasted it, you're like, oh no, man, this ain't it. The reason why I'm giving this an 8 out of 10, despite the initial flavor, initial taste not being that great, is just because of the creativity of this. I mean, do you really see McDonald's or KFC or any of Wendy's competitors ever being this bold with their products, especially their staple products like, McFlurries and whatever the hell KFC sells for dessert? I don't go enough fast food to know, and that's okay. We're okay with that over here. But still, like, that to me stands out, is you take a great American treasured dessert product such as a Girl Scout Thin Mint cookie, and you put it with one of the best fast food desserts that you can get in the market. I mean, folks, like, it's insane. Like, that's why it had to make it. It had to score that high just alone. But to humble ourselves a little bit, I really think that Wendy's should consider doing crushed Thin Mint cookie on the top and the bottom of the Frosty. I mean, that would have sent this thing into the 9 out of 10, even 10 out of 10 I would have considered if they upped a little bit more on the peppermint, which is another improvement that I did as well, is that more peppermint in the sauce. The peppermint was there, but it wasn't strong enough to really convince me that I was having like a genuine Thin Mint cookie. So just please consider that when you go out and try this, is that you definitely got to make sure that you stir plenty of the Frosty in. Maybe that will, convince you on the first bite. I don't know. Everyone's different. This is just my personal opinion of it. And, where we are in the rankings officially as of now would be, I would say that for the official Wendy's Frosty flavor rankings, the 2024 to 25 season, I would say we're going to put the Girl Scout Cookie Thin Mint at number 3, okay? It does not beat out Pumpkin, which is holding a strong number 1 ever since the fall, but Triple Berry had a strong start and maintained it, but they have not overpassed Pumpkin. But Girl Scout Cookie Thin Mint definitely stood out from the pack, and it's going to be, again, folks, it's really going to be tough to make sure that they can try and top the 2. I would say they got to, on offense, they got to improve on, the sauce and the peppermint in that sauce to really make it stand out. And then also, they got to do a little bit more pizzazz, like the suggestion of doing more crushed cookie. That would have definitely put them at number 1, I would say, if not absolutely number 2. But right now, they're currently holding a third place spot. Orange Dreamsicle is following close behind, and then Butterscotch is pulling a 5th. And I don't really think Butterscotch is going to be able to, make it. I mean, if they make another appearance this year towards the spring or summer, they might have potential to overdo Orange Dreamsicle. But again, I don't know, folks. So again, our official Wendy's Frosty all-time rankings currently as of now, we have chocolate holding number 1, we have vanilla holding number 2, we have pumpkin holding number 3, triple berry at number 4, and then we have salted caramel at number 5. And that is really kind of where I would say that the Frosty in general overall this time stands for the Thin Mint. you know, on the Wendy's Frosty intensity chart that we have here, again, we're going off of taste bud intensity percentage, all the way from 20% all the way up to 120%. With seconds after initial taste, we have 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, 40 seconds, 50 seconds, and then minute. We had, again, a strong start, and it kind of just hung around the 80%, a little bit of a fluctuation, but nothing that really made it either drop or skyrocket. So, you know, that's really all I have for you. I would recommend it. Would I run out and go grab it? No, but you know what? If you had a great day during your class and you're feeling really ambitious, or say you absolutely killed your workout that day, and you really need an overload of synthetic dessert goodness to convince you that you are doing an excellent job and that you earn that shit, go out and get yourself the Wendy's Girl Scout Cookie Thin Mint Frosty. Again, it's been your boy, Dev Dollar, Silver Dollar, DJM, D Money, D Mac, with another Wendy's Frosty review. Have a good night, folks.